World's dependency on the internet is just amazing, and once in a while we get reminded of how much we depend on this connectivity to be able to even build a social capacity for ourselves. But anyway, let's get into our news flash this morning. If you're ready, the papers also have very interesting stories. Quite scary one on the Ghanaian Times front page here. I don't know where to start off with that one. It says here 13 killed, 11 injured in ghastly accident on the Konongo Road. In 2020 alone, about 20,000 accidents recorded.
You were checking the statistics sometime yesterday.
12,000 of them were vehicles, 2,000 fatalities.
Yeah.
I mean, these numbers are even way above COVID if you put the whole 2020.
No, it's far above COVID. If you look at the numbers since 2020, what COVID has taken by way of lives, and you compare that to what in this year alone, road accidents, the lives it has claimed, it tells you it's a horrifying picture. Horrifying picture.
Well, anyway, so that story is here on the front page. I don't even want to show you on paper on the screens. You might want to just...
and that stretch itself has witnessed a number of accidents. Year on year.
Wow. Intensify fight against illegal mining. Yana Abukari Muhammad II speaking here on page 16 of Ghanaian Times. You find the story. More MMDC nominees endorsed amid fanfare. Amid fanfare. Interesting. Takoradi pregnant woman satisfies bail conditions. We see. I just like the way that story became trending, and then the next minute is just on to the next. On to the next is Facebook, right?
So which one specifically is this? Because a number of people come to mind. You're talking about the supposed pregnant woman.
Yes, the supposedly pregnant woman. It's on page 3 here. 6 suspects grabbed over MP's attack at Anlo. I'll leave the last name for MFA to help me pronounce it. I dare not get a nickname this morning. So these are the main stories on the front page of Ghanaian Times newspaper. Back page here says, work on the Air Traffic Management Center, 92% complete. I think sometime I also realized I read a story on Kumasi, the president visit to the Shanti region and the Kumasi airports. It's looking nice. I should fly to Kumasi when it's done. Just to touch down there and take selfies. Anyway, please, over to you, the Daily Graphic News.
Tied to the story about roads and accidents, recently we had Pastor Tony, who was sharing his story, Ablekuma Agape. And, he was actually saying that the deep gullies on our bad roads can even be used to bury dead bodies.
Wow, that's deep.
In
every sense of the word, that's very deep.
That's part of the problem when it comes to the roads themselves. But let me get into the Daily Graphic newspaper. Later, get ready, Jay. I'll be shooting a question at you.
Ready. Okay.
I don't know whether you'd be ready.
Okay.
It will take you way back.
Okay.
I have not endorsed anybody as my successor. That's according to President Akufo-Addo. In recent times, we've had Boakye Jakon, we've had the Agric Minister, we've had Alan Chemating, and a number of stalwarts. Of course, the Vice President himself, people talking about them. Are they going to go? Boakye Jakon has shown his own, the former Energy Minister. He has said that why should he be ruled out? People are saying a Mary and all of that. If they can prove anything against him in terms of corruption, they should prove it. But he is a founding member of the party and he's not going to be counted out. So I don't know. This one is going to be boot for excavator for.
Ask again.
It's going to be again. Anyway, so that is there. Group kicks against LGBTQ bill, and this is something we're discussing this morning, right? There is the bill that has been put forward, but a number of people, prominent people, lawyers inclusive, including the president's lead lawyer in the election petition 2020, lawyer Akufo-Addo. He is also there, and they are saying no to the bill. This morning, we have Edem Senanu, an anti-graft campaigner, yes, but he is also a member of the movement for proper human rights and family values. He'll be joining us this morning, and we'll get someone from the other side as well that will be having a discussion with on this matter. Over 100,000 companies to be delisted. The story was in yesterday's papers. Pokwasi Interchange burgled. Pokwasi Interchange burgled.
Someone put it in his pocket? The whole interchange?
Newly installed crash barriers stolen. So let me just show you. Hopefully you can catch a glimpse. Street lights have also been removed, but Jay, can you see? So the crash barriers, street lights, so while we cry for more, government to do more for us, Charlie, if we they do this, say railways.
we have to fix a lot of things.
People, steal them. Anyway, so those are major stories in there. Abiy Ahmed, I'm talking about Ethiopian Prime Minister, has been sworn in for a second term. Dr. Chambers, Ibn Chambers challenges youth to be bold and assertive. That's on page 33. And on the back page, 13 perish in Ohenenkwanta Road accident. 13 persons died on the spot and 10 others were seriously injured. All that in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Grab a copy.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. Let me go straight to the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper this morning. Extor boss settles with U.S. authorities. It's on page 3. Pandora Papers expose African leaders. I don't know if you've heard about the Pandora Papers. Now, this leak with over how many? They said like so many documents, pictures,
it's one of the biggest hauls ever.
Well, journalists are taking time to go through it. I'm very sure the stories will start popping up very, very soon. But quite a number of them are out already with lots of corruption and, stories with certain people of high influence in the world. Pandora Papers, read about it. Anyway, you find more about it as well on the Daily Guide.
3 Ghanaian names are in there. 10 Nigerian names.
Am I in there? Not yet.
Are you Ghanaian? I thought you would say not yet to that too.
Yes, I give myself, MFR, and then Adazi.
It's good you've not added me to this soup.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, anyway, you can read the story on page 5 of the Daily Guide newspaper. I've no favorites. Akufo-Addo shows already discussed the story. 13 killed in Gori Konongo crash, and that story is also here in the Daily Guide newspaper. Real quick, let me see center page. Amaya Deborah, I'm just about to put out a tweet to Ghanaian blogger Amaya Deborah, who says he had over 500,000 in his account before he got married. I'm tweeting you my requests, my brother, this morning.
You mean 500,000 Soko Ghana cedis?
Yeah, Soko. Well, if you haven't heard, if you're a James Bond fan as well, the new one is out. No Time to Die breaks Bond box office record. Well, I know it's premiering in most cinemas across the globe, so wherever you are, you want to catch it. I think in Silverbird in Ghana, you'll catch it on there as well. For those people who like to download it illegally as well, we're waiting for you to do your share and you can spread it out for certain thieves to also watch. But if you're a James Bond fan, the video is out, the movie is out, so you can also check it out as well. Sports stories, Milo meets Black Stars, and it's here. I can't wait to see exactly how the Ghana, is it Ghana? What team are we playing? Zimbabwe or Zambia? Zimbabwe. That match will go Milo's first check, and that will be a great determinant for him. If Ghana wins, well, good for us. Anyway, then
let's check out some stories from the Chronicle newspaper this morning. You don't know why I'm doing this. Anyway, look at this banner headline. Revered academics fight anti-Fautobeji bill. J. Foley. Revered academics fight anti-Fautobeji bill. But you know that that's not the name of the bill, right? The bill is for proper human rights and family values. But this is how they've couched it. And let me quickly link that to today's quote, even before I continue. Now, Proverbs 18, verse 2. And there are pictures here of Professor Kakari, who just might speak to us this morning, Professor Kwesi Prempeh, and then we have Mr. Akoto Ampao, lead lawyer for President Akufo-Addo in the election 2020 petition, and then Professor Audrey Gajekpo, all of whom have been speaking against the bill. Proverbs 18, verse 2. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. Is the Chronicle trying to say something?
Well, you might want to break it down and further explain.
Me? Yes. Break it down?
Yes.
Why?
Do you work there?
You know if you read.
Question, do you work there?
do I work with the Chronicle? Am I holding brief for them?
Am I their PRO?
Massa. Combat police avert bloodbath in Krobo and let Buzia be our inspiration. That's according to former President Kufuor. On the back page, when you look at the sports, Swindon goalkeeper reacts to debut Black Stars call-up. I'm talking about Jojo Wallacott. Jojo Wallacott. But Ghana Afonso, Charlie, we did everywhere.
Oh, yes. That much I can agree with you.
And let's say Park urges Man United fans to stop chant about dog meat. Now, Park Ji-sung. He's a former United player, and he's urged Manchester United fans to stop singing a song about him that contains a negative stereotype about his homeland. And so that's basically it. That's it for the Chronicle newspaper.
Well, let me go to the new crusading guide. Government to absorb 1D into 1D1F the New Plan Limited. Oh, well, this is also good. I like this. I don't know why I have a personal attachment to some of these old companies that probably went down. New Plan. I mean, when we kids growing up, New Plan. Anyway.
Yesterday we were talking about what? Akufo-Addo.
Akufo-Addo.
And the rescue mission.
The rescue mission, and it's trending on Twitter as well with Daco Farms. I don't know what to say. Tears comes into my eyes when I hear it. It's just so emotional. These are places that you always we always drive there from Kolebu to go and buy.
Are you feeling emotional? Go ahead and cry.
Yeah, I just want to let out the tears and let it come out.
Cry small. You finish.
It's not working. Hard-hearted.
You'll not be a good actor. That's why you
At all. Terrible. Okay, so yes, that story's on the front page. A new weekend crusading guide. The president touts Alan's hard work before Asante. It's on page 3 and 10 of the daily guide. Sorry, the new weekend crusading guide. The new crusading guide, I beg your pardon. More stories in the middle page here. A turbo gas processing plant to shut down on October 4th for maintenance. All right. Over to you.
All right, let's get into the Daily Statesman. Ituabo gas plant shut down for 2-week maintenance works. There's new plan, Ghana to be revived, like you just mentioned. An Obuasi Municipal Trauma Hospital project begins. All of those stories in there. There's also the bit about cocoa farmers being unhappy over COCOBOT's syndicated loan. And of course, the human rights advocates issue anti-LGBT plus bill is a threat to Ghana. That's on page 4. Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh and lawyer Akoto Ampao pictured there. To wrap up on the back page with sports, you can grab, get to know what exactly is panning out in the English Premiership by way of the standings. And there's Koulibaly, Napoli defender and teammate Osimhen, condemn racist abuse suffered at Fiorentina. Osimhen, I should say. I pronounced it like a Ghanaian name. Are you done with your papers?
Well, yes, but this one here on the Finder front page, it says 54,756 gays, bisexuals and others live in Ghana. 18% are HIV positive, and the anti-LGBTQI law will worsen, like you were saying. But now to the number that's here, I don't know how they were able to check these statistics. Were they people who came up, openly to declare their status in terms of sex?
Well, it would be a mixture of, a variety of things. But if it's being put out in that manner, it means there is some backing to it. Of course, it may not be foolproof. It may not be exactly everybody in there. But it gives us an idea,
Unless possibly the persons who have tested positive for HIV through that checklist were able to determine the number of people within that, focus group that they probably use, to determine these numbers. Aside from that, I don't know how you're able to come up with 54,756 gays, bisexuals, and others. But anyway, that story is here. The details are in the Finder newspaper. You might want to read it.
But there would have to be some admission of the fact that they are before I believe such figures would be put out. I mean, I'm sure there would be some way that they would have been able to verify that Asemesi is gay before they are able to come up with this statistic. So,
well, anyway, that's a wrap for us on the papers this morning.
But not so quickly.
Okay,
who was your favorite teacher back in the day?
Her soul rests in perfect peace. She said that she shares the same birthday with my mom as well. Her name is Miss. We all call her Miss Akoto. Yes, Miss Mary Akoto. She was my class 3 teacher. I loved that woman to bits.
Wow.
She really, my math was so bad, but she so made me love math in class 3. Post class 3, I didn't like maths.
Just because. and that says a lot about teachers and how sometimes, because I remember back then, Mr. Omari, like you feared mathematics simply because of her, let me not say it in English, wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
We'll remember people like that.
Today is World Teachers Day, actually, and We celebrate all the good teachers who make teaching or learning very pleasurable. And for those who don't, Monsakra Mwate. Monsakra.
But at the top of the food chain with the teachers list, because she plays a part, 2 parts, both parent and teacher, is my mom. She's also a teacher, so.
You were getting teaching influences from all over the place.
You can't avoid your homework. There is no way you can avoid your homework. You will sit and do it. Yes, and when they ask and you can't answer the question, that's not, you are dead. You will face it.
Shouts to all the teachers out there making learning worthwhile. Jay?
Well, what are some of the fun stuff you can do with your computer? I'll tell you. Did you know that you could, with your PC, or fill in the blanks?
We could what?